Are you looking to upgrade your stereo, add Bluetooth, maybe some more power, get some streaming features in it? Look no further. I'm going to walk you through the whole process in my Mazda Miata. Let my 3 decades of experience guide you through. I am going to go into the weeds, maybe go a little too deep, but I want to make sure the wiring, etc., the mounting, you have 100% confidence to complete the job. And hey, nothing's better than doing it yourself and saving yourself some money or even maybe troubleshooting. Sit tight, enjoy my video, and thanks for stopping by. Hey guys, going down the rabbit hole. So I'm not going to get into unboxing the unit, okay? Just when you take it out, you'll get the wiring harness. We're going to go right into the wiring harness. In the end, I'm going to show you how to make it go from this to this. All right, so enjoy the wiring. It's a little in depth, but that's why you're here. Well guys, let's go over some wiring. So I want to show you a few things on the wiring, okay? So for example, I want to show you a few on connections, okay? So for example, you've probably seen these kind of connectors. Okay? So you take the 2 wires together, kind of like a moret. It's a crimpable moret. Take it in there, crimp on the silver part. And it makes for pretty good strong connection. Okay. Now, let's show you. So with this size wire, I know it's hard to see. I'm gonna go like this. See the size of that hole? This is a blue butt connector. Problem is when you go in here, I'm gonna try and illustrate it for you. This is how much play there is. So if you have to use what you got is blues, just folding it over, and then getting it in. Okay. Then crimp only on the silver part, and you'll see. And then look, it's a good one. Now I just want to show you on red. This is a little too much copper for the red one, so let's go like this. Red, in. Okay. Now, I always like to test all my connections by giving them a pull. People want to tell me, oh, crimping's bad, but you know what? Crimping does work. But with the newer cars, in my experience over the years, I started to change my mind a little bit, okay? So this is the cage that your in this case, singled in or doubled in will mount into. Now, a lot of them have removable bezels, but what I find is when we have a singled in, like we're going to demonstrate installing today, when you have this kind of wire, when you go to pull it, it gets caught. And then I can't service this radio because it gets caught. I said, well, it's only one. Well, guys, we're going to be doing this many wires. So if I had this many crimps on there, it gets because this goes to the radio, this side, this goes to the harness, then it gets caught. Hope I'm illustrating that to you. Now the same thing happens with butts. Now I use butts for years. I actually think they're a very good connection when you crimped properly. But same kind of idea. I'm going to try, like I said, I'm trying to illustrate this, guys, with my experience. Is that see, it comes and then it gets caught. See it caught? And if the radio is in here, you can't shake it. So you have to go. So one thing I like to always show in all of my videos is serviceability is number 1. Just like this. So for example, on my ground for this car, a little bit of guys, I like to make it proper. It has a female spade connector on it. So when I take this one, guys, I take it and I put it in, and I give it a spin. It wraps up all the strands, and then you'll see how that starts to pop out. Once again, go to the crimp, make sure I'm on the metal, crimp it down, and I give it a pull. So why I use this crimp? You might say, well, James, you're gonna show me how to solder. Yes, I am. But look, I want to show you how to crimp because this is a male spade connector and it goes into my Mazda, which is a female. Now, like I was saying, I'm going to show you more when I get into the car, but so I will use a mixture of these, and I do think, like I said, when you've crimped it properly, it's a great piece. Now moving on to Okay, I most of you guys are going to be using an aftermarket harness, okay? And I do admit what it is in your car, you'll have a version like this, which is a male version of a radio. And then all the videos and all the things, or even the Sonic, Crutchfield, all those places, they'll send you a harness and it essentially plugs on like this, okay? So with soldering, what I like to do is I take all the the heat shrink, and I put it on every wire. Okay? Put it on. Oops. See, look at me. Get it all. There we go. And the reason I put it on, guys, is so many times I have soldered, and then you go to heat shrink it, and then you forgot to put the heat shrink on. And also, too, there's another method to my madness right now. As I go through all the wires, I can see which ones I need. Okay? And this blue-white one kind of calls a little bit into question. And hear me out. So I go in here, slide it on. Let me just finish getting these last ones on here. See, now I know that I cannot do this install and not have heat shrink on. So see, it's all about kind of a little bit of efficiency, or you know what, or hey, the phone rings, you got to go pick up the kid, the wife calls, life gets in the way. Now, even if there's an emergency, you know exactly where you are. And I did, guys, include, there's a downloadable sheet. It's nothing special. It's just an Excel sheet telling you, labeling the wires you need. And what I mean by that is, I haven't got to the aftermarket, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, for example, let's get this one on there. All right, so all the heat shrink is done. This is a Pioneer unit, okay? So I have a blue-white, and I left it here. Where is it? Right here. It's a system turn on. So what this means is when the radio turns on, this gives a 12-volt signal. So that would go to a factory amplifier, or it would go to a power antenna, or it might go to an aftermarket amplifier. So, in my Metro wiring harness here, I can go through in red, black, yeah. Now look, blue, in this case, is power antenna. I go down, find blue-white, there it is, blue-white is an amp turn-on lead. So for example, in my sheet that I have, it's free, I don't even want your email, guys, I'm just giving it away to you, that the amp turn on, I don't have a factory amp, and I know that because I researched on the internet just like you're doing now, okay? So the blue-white wire on this harness, it says it's an amp turn on lead. Well, then I have, I have a blue. Okay, so with these ones that I don't need, I like to take it, and I will do this. I will put a butt connector on the end. Okay. Oh, too much, because I don't want any chance of anything shorting out. Because like I said, it's about serviceability, longevity, and also too, you never want your car to be broken down or you pull a fuse. Like this, it's just a radio fuse, but what's the radio fuse connected to? That's my biggest question. So now I know blue is the power antenna because I have a power antenna. Okay, so just for example, we are going to take these two. We are going to twist them together. You'll notice something what I'm trying to do is I make it so the strands are lower than the installation. That way when I go and I shrink these, it will shrink really nice and not have a warp. Because I don't like bumps, I like make it look good. But with this wire, I am fairly sure I am going to be having an amplifier in the future. Because I know what videos I'm going to make. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to add second wire. Okay, with me. And what this will do, once it's all soldered, I'll be able to take this this heat shrink. So I'll be able to cover both wires. And then what this will do is give me a pigtail to go out to an aftermarket amplifier. Like I said, I know I'm going to have an aftermarket amplifier, so there's no doubt in my mind. Now, as I was telling you about shorting out things, okay? So in this case, I'm going to put it See what I was saying about the blue butt, guys? I'm sorry I'm going back, but see, look, even with the insulation, it fits into the hole. So the incorrect wire can really cause problems. But what I'm doing here is I'm just going to go like this, because I know I'm going to cut this off. And what this just creates is a chance so it can't get shorted out. That's what I want. Even if something fell in here, there's no chance of it happening. So look, I'm just going to go here. Tighten that all up nice. My sawing iron is all heated up. Guys, it's just a Weller sawing iron. It is nothing special. All right. There we go. You get in behind it. I just solder. One thing I want to show, guys, look. See how you can see the strands, okay? And I'll try and zoom in a little bit, okay? If you can see the strands, whoops, you've done it correctly. Now I'm going to use the red wire here, right here. I'm going to put this one on. And I'm going to do it wrong. So once again, I am going to do it wrong. So all the guys on the internet, don't try and flame me. See, I go like this, and they kind of try and whop it on. Like they're trying to paint with it almost. You see how it's got the glop, and you can't see the wires? Now watch what happens when I heat this wire up properly. Let's give it a little bit of love. And see how that solder all of a sudden starts to take. That's how you know you got a proper connection. Sometimes you'll wonder why something's not working, but this is a big one, okay, of why it's not working. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to solder these all up, okay? Enjoy the music, and yeah, just take your time, and then I'll heat shrink it all up, and we'll go from there, okay? All right, you can enjoy, guys. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. It really helps me grow, and I'd like to get all of my kind of techniques out to the world to help my knowledge help them solve their problems in car audio. All right, now that everything's all soldered, guys, I am going to use a lighter, okay? You might say, well, you use a heat gun. The only thing I don't want, and like I'm on a desk right now, so yes, I can use a heat gun. But the one thing is, if I'm in a car and you're heat shrinking the wires, when you have the heat gun, you got to take it out and put it on the cement, okay? I really, like I said, more do-it-yourselfer right now. You know, I'm going to take it, pull it across, give it a bit of heat, and yeah, you know. But now there's no danger. So I joke about that, guys. We're in our garages, we're in our thing. I can't, I put this in the cup holder. It's just easier, guys, and I'm just more of protecting your vehicle. Okay, so I'm gonna heat shrink these up. Enjoy the music. Go from there. So, guys, I look at this. Here's a prime example. Look what happened. For whatever reason, I did not put heat shrink there. So look at this, guys. On YouTube, I am showing you how I made a mistake. And this is exactly what I'm telling you. Like, see, I know it's funny. There was an extra piece on the ground. I was wondering where it came from, and it fell off the power. And I want to show. Look, it happens. Okay, and I'm going to tape this one up because I like to keep all the wires the same length. But I just want to show you, hey, monkeys fall out of trees. See what I mean? It can happen that quick. So that's why I'm just saying, guys, about planning a little bit. Look, like I said, I'm planning and I'm even showing a thing. Okay, when we get back at her. All right, look, guys, That perfect finish is all blemish blind. But don't get me wrong, guys. If you guys don't want to heat shrink, look, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, honestly, you can still black tape these things. You can still clean it up, everything like that. So right now, you might be thinking that harness looks great. And I agree with you. We'll just take it one step further and make it so it's more serviceable, and we can make it look even more like it came from the factory. Like I was saying, guys, I installed for many years. I have 3 decades in this industry, and I want to show a few tricks and stuff. Like, so here, see how that looks pretty good right now, right? So I used to use wire ties. And I go here. And so this is where I had, I was talking about that service loop to have for adding an aftermarket. Then you go here. And then I would add another wire tie. What starts to happen? I'm going to show you more illustrating. So I even have, so some people go like this. Well, that's good enough. Some people go like this. And you'll see the little nibs, right? I don't like the little nibs, because they get caught. So here's even more of an illustration. Now, it's a little bit tough, guys, with the angle, but look. So what happens is when I'm pulling this, see, the wire tie gets caught. Hopefully you can see that. So if I need to pull the radio out, and that keeps getting caught. So I changed my mind on wire ties. Now, do I think they look good? Yes. Do I think they're a good connection? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, but some of these new cars, the dashboards are so tight that what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, it's, you're trying to get everything in the dashboard. So now I'm going to use tape. Yeah, I'm not using Tessa tape or that fuzzy tape or whatever. But like I said, I'm trying to make it so we do it all. So look, here, I'll wind it up. I'll lay the wires down. There's my service loop. What I'll do, lay it like this. This, make sure it pops out. Yeah, I'm a little bit picky, guys, but I want to make it proper. So like, here's my loop. So I want to keep it that way. So I just get another one here. Yep. There. Then a lot of times, like I said, I'm here. Quick. Okay. So this is my service loop for down the road. This is my non-used thing. Now you might say, "Ooh, it could get caught." Yes. I will give you that. Okay. Now you can cut the wire off. Well, what a lot of people do is they'll go like this. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Okay, they'll go like this. They'll cut it off. Then they simply take some tape and they go like this. Okay. Now you're saying, well, it can't short out. Okay. I'm not picking on anyone, guys. I'm just showing you what, people will show you. All right. So here is a nice, now, well, you have a service loop. Yes, I do. Okay. But when I attach to this wire, I like to have some slack on it anyway. Okay. Now you can say, oh, well, but look, I'm still going to do the same thing. Take it down here. And you say, James, you are spending a lot of time on a harness. Yes, I am. Because this is all the electrical connections to your vehicle and everything are done through this harness. So why wouldn't we want to make it? Now look at that. Okay. So now, if I bring this into frame, I have it here, goes in, and look at that. Plugs right in. Okay. Now you might say get caught here. It's not a big deal, guys. If I get this out of the dash, it's longer than this. So like even if this was here, and I pulled it all the way to here, I can still wiggle it. Okay. So like I said, I'm just trying to make it something that you can do on your own time, in your own driveway, in your own garage to upgrade your stereo or make it better for your son, daughter, or whatever. Add some Bluetooth, some new technology. I hope this helps you. We're continuing on, guys, this installation, but hopefully this harnessing helps you out.
Hey guys, we're back in the garage now. I want to show you something, okay? As I get in. Oh, hey guys. Here's my harness we did, okay? So one thing I really want to show, look. Since we did it all nice, this now clips in. Oh, wrong way, because I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer. Oh, I'm failing. There we go. And then remember what I said about the female spade? Now look, it plugs, I'm actually going to turn it this way. It plugs into the factory ground and locks in. And that's now, I'm able to go back. Now, with this, see all these tabs? Believe it or not, these tabs are the only thing that holds it into place. So, when you go in, you slide this bezel in. I honestly just use the sides. So I'll go here, and use a flat screwdriver, and you kind of turn it. Not too hard, because some of these friggin' things are cheap nowadays, so I'm going to do it on both sides. I know I'm blocking the camera. Bear with me, guys. There you go. And now see, she's good and gone. Now, with this, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. I know. Tuck this down. Not too shabby, huh?